Hi there, this is Thomas Eugene Schussler III, the Expert Mode Gamer, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to kind of try to walk you through how to play Commander, kind of show you how it's done, and I'm going to try to get a little more intimate, and that's going to be a lot easier if I'm just playing against myself. So what I got here is I've got the Born of the Gods Battle of the Horde Challenge Deck. These are what you call challenge decks. So you can play with multiple people or you can play with yourself. The deck kind of just controls itself. It's something you go up against. There's three different ones. There's the God, the Hydra, and then you've got the Horde. Been a little while since I whipped this out, so we'll go over it when we get to that. So I'm going to put that off to the side for now. But a quick explanation of Commander decks. You'll notice I've got a legendary creature here. This is going to be my Commander. So your Commander needs to be a legendary creature. And so this is going to be typical Magic rules, except for the small deviations for Commander that I'm going to take you over. So your deck needs to be exactly 99 cards, okay? And we'll get more into that in a second. But so your Commander needs to be a legendary creature, and you need to pay very close attention to the mana symbols on your Commander card, anywhere on it, because those mana symbols are going to determine the colors of cards you can put in your deck. So I can't have anything that does not have, if it has anything other than a white or green mana symbol, it can't go in there. So I can't have anything with a black, blue, or red mana symbol because my Commander's got those two colors. It's Kyler. And so everything in your deck needs to match those two colors. Now I've got this other guy right here that I pulled out just to kind of show you. We've got Cody here, which isn't actually a commander I have, but he is up next on the list of commanders I'm going to be building with. And you'll notice he's got no mana symbol up there, but he has every one of these 5 down in his text is in one of his abilities, which means you can have any color in your deck. So as long as the symbol shows up anywhere on the card, you can have that color in your deck. But if it doesn't show up on the card, then no card in your deck can have any symbol that doesn't match anything that's on your commander. Okay? Your deck needs to be exactly 99 cards, and unlike normal Magic, you cannot have 4 copies of every card in your deck. Other than basic lands, you can only have 1 copy of any card in your deck. Just 1. And other than that, that's kind of the basics of it. You've got your deck zone. There's a whole nother zone in Commander, which is called the command zone. And you can cast your commander from your command zone for its typical cost, which in this case would be 3 forest and a plains. Okay, so I can play him. And then if he's on the field and he moves into any zone other than the field, if he goes back up into my hand, if he's exiled, if he's destroyed, I can choose to send him to the command zone. Anytime he would change zones, you can send it to the command zone. Now, sometimes it might be better to send it into your hand rather than the command zone, because every time you cast your commander from the command zone, you got to pay what's called the commander tax, which is 2 additional mana. So the first time I cast him, he cost the same amount. But the second time I cast him from the command zone, he'll cost 2 more mana. The third time I cast him, he'll cost 4 more mana. And the third time is going to be 6, and so on and so forth. So you've got the command zone with your commander that you can cast at any time. He goes back into the command zone. Every time you play him, he costs 2 additional mana. Your deck must consist of 99 cards, and no card in your deck can have a symbol that does not match the symbols on your commander, the mana symbols. And you can only have 1 copy of every card in your deck. Other than all that, it's essentially just regular Magic. And the small exception, because commanders tend to be a free-for-all, they tend to be multiplayer games. Usually, it seems like the average that I've played is about 3 or 4, but they can get up higher than that. You will start the game with 40 life instead of 20. And every time your commander does combat damage to a player, so in this case it's going to be 2, other than these effects right here, but we'll ignore them. So if my commander is unblocked and attacks the opponent, they take 2 commander damage. If any opponent is taking 21 commander damage from the same commander, they lose the game. And that's the essence of Commander. Other people could probably walk you through it better than I did just now. I'm not very good at that. I'm more better at explaining as we go. So I'm going to move my deck off to the side for a moment, my Kyler deck, and you'll be able to see how a custom-made Commander deck kind of fares. Now we've got the Battle of the Gods, the Battle of the Horde here. And these are what's called little challenge decks. I don't think they're designed for Commander battles, but we're going to go ahead and play them in Commander battle anyway. And so this will kind of explain to you the rules of how the deck works, what you're supposed to be doing. That's just some like favor stuff right over there telling you about that. So the Horde's going to have a graveyard and a library, and it looks like that's it. There's the battlefield there. We don't need to worry about that. And then we got these special rules here, and we'll walk through those real quick. I think the only different, I think what happens is, if I remember right, you get to take 3 turns before the Horde takes a single turn, and then it reveals the top 2 cards of its turn, of its deck every turn, and plays those cards if I remember right. So let's see here. You start up with 3 different hero cards. We don't have any of those because those are like special cards that are not legal in any other format, and we're not going to worry about that. You take 3 turns at the start of the game. You can attack the Horde with your creatures as though it were a player, but even before the Horde takes a turn. The Horde doesn't have a life total, but its library serves a similar purpose. If the Horde would lose life, put that many cards from the top of its library into its graveyard. And then you can target the Horde with spells and abilities as though it was a player. Okay. And then at the beginning of the Horde's pre-combat main phase, each turn, reveal the top 2 cards of its library, and the Horde casts those cards. You make the choice if the Horde needs to make a decision. Ignore effects that would cause the Horde to draw or discard cards or perform any impossible actions. And if one of the Horde's permanents would move to any zone other than its library or graveyard, that card is moved into the graveyard. Okay. Pretty simple, and you need to make sure it's got no cards left in its library. That's how you win. Now, each of these challenge decks will be different, so that's just how the Horde one plays. So we're going to go ahead and shuffle the Horde up real quick. Oops. We'll get that all shuffled up. And I'm going to go ahead and after I shuffle it, I'm going to go ahead and zoom this camera out. No, I want to zoom out, guy. Let's zoom out. And raise this up. We're going to try to see if we can see both fields real quick. I'm going to need to move my camera just a tad bit. Give me just a second here. Uh-oh. Camera's going to fall out. There we go. Can we get higher up? There we go. Get altitude, guy. There we go. And we'll move that there. That should be good enough. I'm going to move this over here because I'm just going to be playing against myself. So we'll put the Horde over here. It's just going to have a library, a graveyard, and a field. So if we need to zoom out some more, we will, but that should do it for now. All right. Can I see my life total? Kind of hard. I got it in a bad view. Okay, there we go. You can see my commander. Okay, and the way I play is I will have my commander here. Actually, we're going to move my commander over just a bit. Those are my tokens underneath there. So there's my commander. I will move my deck there after I get it all shuffled up. Let's give it a good shuffle. Split the deck up. This is not going to be a very good shuffle, but that's okay. We're just doing kind of a little example game here. Okay, we'll just do that. Call it good. Normally I shuffle them up a little bit better than that, but we're going to go ahead and get the show on the road. So, okay. I'm thinking we're probably going to have to zoom out here at some point. So let me move this stuff over real quick. Go over to the side. Let's see if I can get a better view real quick. All right, move that up there. Move this stuff down here. And move that just a tad bit like that. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we're going to play just like we normally would. Let's move that just a tad bit that way. There we go. Okay. All right. So I'm going to draw my 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's see what we got here. Mount Wanderer, Rallying Roar. That's going to be a good one, but I'm not seeing land here. Okay, now that's a really good one. See, now I've got the Ozolith in here. So whenever a creature I control leaves the battlefield, if it had counters on it, put those counters on the Ozolith. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if this has counters on it, you may move all counters from the Ozolith onto target creature. Now the reason for that is, as you'll see with my commander here, whenever another hero enters the battlefield under my control, I put a... The camera's not really focusing, that's great. Here, let me, Whoa, dude, what the fuck? There we go, okay. So whenever another human enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on Kyler's Sigardian Emissary. Other humans you control get +1/+1 for each counter on them. So the reason I've got the Ozolith in here is so that if my commander dies, I'll just put the counters on this, and then I can bring my commander back out next turn, and then all my creatures get buffed up again with that guy. So, but we did not get... There's like no land in here, so we are going to reshuffle. And we'll zoom back out again. There we go. So we need to use a mulligan. We're going to use our free mulligan. Shuffle up. See if we can get some land this time, man. I'm just trying to shuffle up real fast, man. I'm trying to get the game underway, man. There we go. Do that. There we go. Call that good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. We got... Move X storage counters. Okay, I got to put a storage counter on that. Add 1 mana of any color in your commander's color identity. If you spend this mana to cast your commander, it enters the battlefield with a 1/1 counter on it. That's kind of low... A low number of mana there, but I've got my Sylvan Library, so we might just go ahead and play with this hand and see what we get. So we're going to play 3 games against this Horde real quick. Okay, now Sylvan Library, let me zoom back in real quick so you can see it. So it's an enchantment that costs 1 in a forest. At the beginning of your draw step, you may draw 2 additional cards. If you do, choose 2 cards in your hand drawn this turn. For each of those cards, pay 4 life or put the card on the bottom of your library. It only costs 2 to play, so this is a really good card to have in your opening hand, which is why we are going to stick with this opening hand. We're just going to go ahead and roll with it. So I've got 3 turns I can make before the Horde makes a single turn. So we're going to go ahead and start our turn, and I will start it by playing my Salt-Crusted Sand Steppe, and then I'm going to draw my card for my next turn. That's not good, so that wasn't a land. This is a Abzan Battle Priest. We'll cover that if we need to later. So I'm going to go ahead and play my Opal Palace, slap it down, and I'm going to tap that and my thing to put a charge counter on my Salt-Crusted Steppe. If I can reach. There we go. So we'll put a counter there. All right, so I'm down to my last turn before the Horde starts doing stuff. So we're going to draw, and there's a forest. Nice. Very nice. All right, so I'm going to slap my forest down right there. All right, let's see what we got to work with here. Now, he's going to start making moves here. What can I play? Target creature gets +X/+X till end of turn, or I can play my library. And so we're not going to have any defenders when he goes play. So I'm going to go ahead and slap my library on the field. So that next turn I can draw 2 additional cards, which is going to be a big help. All right. And then we're going to have the Horde make his turn. Okay, so the Horde's going to draw his 2 cards. Okay. So let's zoom back in here. Maybe. Okay, or don't. I broke it. There we go. Okay, so we got 2 Minotaurs here, which is what this deck will have nothing but Minotaurs and artifacts. And they're all going to have haste. And it attacks each turn if able, and this one attacks each turn if able. So I'm going to take 5 damage right now. So they're going to slap down on the field. They're going in for the attack, and I'm going to take 5 damage. So we're down to 35. Okay. This Kyler deck is like my most mid deck. I've got like, I don't know, 13, 14 decks, and this one is like right in the center as far as power is concerned. So... Oh, I need to draw 2 more cards. Okay. There's a forest. All right, so I need to take either life point damage or some of these have to go back on top of my deck. Let's see here. What do I have to work with? I've got... So this would be 4 mana. I can't even get my commander out yet. Do I want to take the 4 damage? This guy's going to start attacking for a lot of damage. Probably should have used a faster deck against this Horde. This is kind of a slower, one of my slower decks. 3-2, 2-2. What do I got at my disposal here? What do you do? Okay, 1, 2, 3. I'm only gonna have 4 mana to play with, man. I do have this 3-2 I can put on the field. Do I want to put these back on top? Let's go ahead and put... We can't do nothing with that yet. Let's go ahead and put... Let's put these expensive cards back on top. Now, I can choose any 2 cards in my hand and put them back on top of my deck. Okay, so we're going to go with that because I don't want to take more life point damage. So we are going to slap this Abzan Battle Priest on the field. And you'll notice that all my creatures are humans because my commander, almost all my creatures are humans because my commander's ability ups all my humans. So obviously we want to be human-centric to match our commander. And so we're going to play our Abzan Battle Priest. He can outlast, not this turn obviously, but next turn he'll be able to. And he cost 4, so we're going to slap our force down and put the and use all 4. Ooh, I need to use one of my charge counters here. That's not good. Uh-oh. Oh, no, I need to use a charge counter to play him. Do I have something else I can play? See, I don't want to use the charge counter because I want that for my commander. So I'm going to want to slap him down as fast as I can. Add 1 mana of any color. Well, yeah, but that cost... That's going to cost an additional mana to do that. So... Suckage. We're going to start getting our shit kicked in pretty hard. Actually, I'm not slapping that guy down. I'm just going to tap and put another charge counter on my land here. And then we'll move on to the Horde's turn. So... The Horde's going to draw 2 cards. And we got another Minotaur here that's going to attack for 3 more damage. And consume whenever a Minotaur attacks this turn, it gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Destroy that creature at end of combat. So on the one hand, these guys are all going to do 2 extra damage. On the other hand, they're all going to die. So let's see. Okay, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 damage. Damn, that sucked. Okay, so I'm down to 21. All these guys are dead. That helped out a lot, all those guys getting wiped out, though, because we might be able to actually start swinging this now. So now it goes back to my turn, and I'm going to draw my 2 cards here. Oh, 2 additional cards, so I got to draw 3. Oh, shit. See, that's not what we wanted to see, man. Well, that sucked. I don't think I want to take too much more damage. Ooh. But I'm going to put this one back on top of my deck, and I will just take 4 damage from my library. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to use one of my charge counters, because I've got 2 now. Knock one of those down. Oh. Zoom back out. Knock one of those down from my land here. To slap down my Battle Priest here, put him back on the field. And then that's going to be all I can do. So that's going to be my turn. So we'll go back to the Horde here. What did he draw? He drawed a guy that's going to attack for 2. And an artifact. Vitality Slave. At the beginning of the Horde's pre-combat main phase, reveal an additional card from the top of the Horde's library. Cast that card. When this is put into a graveyard from anywhere, each player returns a creature card from his or her graveyard to the battlefield. Well, okay, so that was just kind of a waste of a card. Okay. All right, so he's attacking for 4. Okay. So we're just going to take that 4 damage. Okay, I'm down to 13 life already, man. Okay, so we're going to move on to my turn. I'm going to draw my 2 additional cards. 1, 2. We need a land. 3. Oh, that sucks big time, dude. We got mana screwed here, dude. Well, that's kind of shitty. We got mana screwed good. That's a 2-3 right there. That's going to help. Well, that kind of sucks. I don't want to take any more damage. We're gonna end up dying, dude. So I'm just gonna slap those back down. My cat's yelling at me over here. So I'm probably going to use my last charge counter on this land over here. There's one more charge counter to put a 1/1 counter on my guy here. Give him a 1/1 counter, so he's a 4/3 now. And then I'm going to tap all 3 of these to bring my Tuskguard Captain onto the field. It's got Outlast as well, and it starts as a 2/3, so we're going to go ahead and slap that on the field so we can at least wipe out one of these Minotaurs next turn. And I guess that's going to do it for this turn. I got to go let my cat in real quick. Okay, so we'll go ahead and take the turn for the Horde here. We draw 2 cards. Let's zoom in. So we've got another guy. He enters the battlefield tapped. Okay, so this guy's not attacking this turn. He doesn't have haste, so that's good. So this guy, we'll move him off back there. And what do you do? At the beginning of combat this turn, Intervention of Krynos deals 3 damage to each creature. Oh, that sucked hardcore, dude. Oh, that was horrible shit. He just wiped everything out. Oh. Alright, well there went his 2 Minotaurs. And there went these 2 guys. I'm pretty fucked now, dude. He's got a big 5/4 guy running around now, man. And I can't even summon my commander next turn. So that kind of ended that turn. So let's draw our 3 cards here. 1, 2, 3. There's a land, but it enters the battlefield tapped. So that sucks. So let's go ahead and zoom out. So we'll play our tapped land over here. That's tapped. All that's untapped. Okay. So what can I do, man? 1, 2, 3. I've got 4 land. One of them's only producing colorless, so I don't have no plains. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't have a plains. Oh, that's garbage. Oh, I gotta put 2 cards back on top of my deck too, so unless I want to take the damage. I don't think I want to. We're almost dead here, so I'm going to put these two back on top of my deck, I guess. I guess I'm going to, I don't have a whole lot to work with, man, so I guess I'm going to tap this right here and tap this to put a charge counter on it. We got our shit kicked in this round, man. Go back to the Horde. And these guys both have haste. That's going to be 5, 10 damage, dude. 10 damage. So we're down to 3. Yeah, I lost, dude. There's no way. I don't think I can pull this off. Yep, we should have shuffled better and got a better hand with some land in it, but that's the way it goes sometimes, man. So we're going to untap. And we're going to draw our 2 additional cards. So 3 cards. 2, 3. You may reveal a forest or plains card from your hand. If you don't, it enters tapped. Well, it's going to enter tapped then, so we're going to put those 2 back on top. Because I can't actually pay that cost, so we'll pay that. And there's no way I can block all of those guys, so I'll just bring my commander out. Oh. See, normally I have a graveyard kind of off to the side here. Let's move this a little bit. There we go. Here's my graveyard. I'll bring my commander out with all of that. And then he'll attack, and I can't block everything. So the Horde's going to take the first game. So we'll shuffle up, see if we can get a little bit of a better shuffle this time. And then we'll start round 2 against this guy. All right, let's take a look at this shuffle here, man. I put my cat back outside. She wouldn't shut up, so I had to put it back inside in between those shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we got plains, Opal Palace. Okay, we got 3 lands to work with this time. Okay, that's a little bit better. We do not have our library though, so that's not good. The first non-creature spell. Okay, well that's going to be useful if he plays any sorceries or anything, but I don't know how likely that is. Kind of wondering. Yeah, we better slap him on the field because he'll let me draw cards. Okay, so we got our 3 lands here. So we're going to start with slapping a plains down over here. And then we're going to play our Esper Sentinel right here. Really good white card right there. So whenever an opponent casts their first non-creature spell each turn, draw a card unless that player pays X, where X is its power. Now he's got the Horde has no mana whatsoever. So if he plays anything other than a creature, I will get to draw a card. So kind of wanted to save him because he's a cheap costing human. That could have buffed up my guy real fast, my Kyler. But I also need the card draw. So, all right, so that's turn 1. Oh, I never reset my life points. That's turn 1. Draw my card. Ooh, Vorniclix. But he's way expensive, so we're not going to be able to play him for a while. That we're not going to be able to play for a while. So we will slap that down, tap my plains, and tap that to put a charge counter on it. Okay. And then we'll move on to turn 3. Draw a card. There we go. There's a plains or Opal Palace. I can create human tokens with this thing. And it will enter untapped because I control a plane. So, okay, we're going to go ahead and play that land. So as you can see, it enters tapped unless I control planes. And then it adds a planes, or I can create a 1/1 human creature token, which is going to come in very handy. So we'll slap that on the field, untap our stuff here. Okay. So I've only got 3 mana at my disposal. Everything in my hand costs too much to play. So I will simply tap my planes. I'm going to tap my planes here, tap that to put yet another charge counter on there. And let's see. Can I only remove 1? Remove X storage counters from add X mana in any combination. Okay, yeah, so I can use it. So I can use it to add 2 mana now. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Do I need to tap 1 to do that though? I do. 1. Okay, so I need an extra 1. So that could produce 2. That could produce 1. Okay. Okay. And I guess we're going to let the Horde take his turn, I guess, because that's all I can do. So we got 2 Minotaurs. It attacks. Haste, haste. So we got a 2/2 and a 2/3 coming at me. I'm going to go ahead and take the 4 damage. 2, 3, 4. So we're down to 36. And then it's my turn. I'm going to go ahead and draw my card. Untap this stuff here. I'm going to slap my Opal Palace down on the field, which lets me produce either a colorless or 1 mana of any color in my commander's identity. And if I spend it to cast my commander, it enters with a 1/1 counter on it equal to the number of times it's been cast. So we'll go ahead and slap that down over there. Okay, so I've got 4 mana at my disposal. Slippy Bongon enters the battlefield, put a hexproof counter on target creature. Then move any number of counters from among creatures you control onto that creature. We might want to save that one. So we will go ahead and play our Champion of Lambolt, because whenever another creature enters the battlefield under my control, I will put a 1/1 counter on it. Ooh, I don't have the... I need 2 force to play that, which means I'd have to use all my counters off that thing right there. And we don't really want to do that. 1, 2, 3. I've only got 1 way to produce forced, and it's with my little charge counter thing here, and I'm going to want that for my commander. 1, 2, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. But if I don't draw a land, I'm not going to be able to play my commander. Ooh, tough choice. Okay. 1, 2. Oh, shit. I'm in a bit of a bind now. Huh. Do I really want to hold off one turn and risk it? We better slap this 3/3 on the field so we can at least block the Minotaurs, man. So let's go ahead and so I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna remove 2 counters from this thing for 2 forest, I guess, and tap that and that. So I've got 2 forest and 2 plains there. Plains and a colorless. So we'll go ahead and slap our 3/3 guy down. Where'd he go? Oh, I put it off there just a second. And we'll go ahead and put my hexproof counter on our Esper Sentinel, so it has hexproof now. And that's gonna be our turn. So what's the Horde guy here? Descend on the prey. Whenever a Minotaur attacks this turn, it gains first strike until end of turn, and it must be blocked this turn if able. Oh shit. Oh, I'm going to get to draw a card because he's playing a sorcery, so that's good. And he's got a 2/2 Minotaur here, so I've got to block each of these guys if able, so that kind of sucks. So I'm going to go ahead and draw my card. That's not going to help. Okay. Well, at least I'm going to block some damage here. I'm going to lose my Esper, though. So we will block this guy here with Esper. Esper dies. And we'll block this guy over here with my Bog Bonder. And we'll kill that guy. Esper dies. And we take 2 damage. Now that I have something that can actually block and kill these Minotaurs, that's going to help a lot. So we're going to move to my turn. I'll untap all my stuff. I need a forest, man. Okay. So let's draw a card. It's a plains. Fuck. Well, that kind of sucked. We'll go ahead and slap that on the field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I do have two here I can play. Now let's read this a little bit more carefully. Nope, no. That's too much. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield. Okay. But I need 2 forest for that, so that's not going to help. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I can produce a forest, but I reduce my mana count by 1. He's too expensive. All this stuff is too expensive. So I can produce 1 forest. That's all I can produce is 1 forest. Oh shit, that sucks. I could bring a human onto the field. It's a 1/1 human. I can do one or the other. Yeah, I don't have the forest for you. I need 2. I've only got 1. And all this stuff is too expensive. Okay. All right, then. So we're going to tap my plains over here. Zoom back out. And we're going to tap this land right here to put a 1/1 charge, to put a charge counter there. And I'm going to save this guy for blocking. So that's going to end our turn. What do we got here? What do you do? Whenever a Minotaur attacks this turn, it gets +2/+0 until end of turn, and destroy it at end of combat. Okay, that helped. It attacks each turn if able. At the beginning of the end step, destroy it. Well, it's going to die anyway, so it's going to be a 6. Holy shit. Okay, so he's attacking for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 damage. Holy shit. Half my life's gone, but all these fuckers are dead. Okay, that's good. I need 1 more blocker on the field, man. So let's go ahead and go to my turn. I will draw my card. At the beginning of your main phase. Oh, this is completely fucking worthless. That is completely worthless, man. Okay, so that's going to produce 1 forest. Okay, hold on. 1, 2, 3. Colorless. I don't have the forest. I don't have a forest to bring my commander out, man. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Tap that to produce the forest, but then I'm short one. I need one more turn before I can bring my commander out. That sucks pretty bad. This is completely worthless. We'll just throw that off to the side. That produces, at the start of my pre-combat main phase, that will produce X amount of mana of any color, but it's equal to the amount of islands my opponent controls, and this guy doesn't control any mana at all, so we'll just slap that off to the side. So I guess I'm just going to put another charge counter on this, and the next turn I can actually bring my freaking commander out, and that's going to help a lot. So let's see what this Horde guy's got to offer this turn. Whoops. Put that back on top. He's going to attack for 4, but he'll die at the end of turn, and he's attacking for 2. So I will block his 2 over here, kill it, and take 4 damage. And both his guys are off the field. All right. We'll be able to bring our commander out this turn. Gaia's Cradle. This is a proxy. Give me just a second. So this is what's called a proxy. So I kind of got like a fake card in here, even though it's set up so that it's just like all the other cards. So it's got the same thickness and everything. But I proxy the Gaia's Cradle because this is Gaia's Cradle. Okay, so I have the actual copy of the card, but I proxy it because this is a $1,000 card. And so I am not going to be able to put it into all my decks because I don't have $1,000 for all the decks that I want to put this in. And I really don't want to play with it because I don't want it to get damaged. So we do not have the actual $1,000 card in there, but I keep it on standby. I have it right there ready to go. I bring it with me when I need it. So we're going to slap our Gaia's Cradle down. It is a, as you can see, I'll take you through what it does. Gaia's Cradle is a legendary land. So it's a land card that costs $1,000, man. Add a force to your mana pool for each creature I control. Very, very powerful card there. So we're going to slap Gaia's Cradle down right there. Untap my lands here. That was a damn good pull, dude. That's going to help us out a lot, man. So this guy's got all these guys in his graveyard. Okay, now that changed everything I was planning on doing here. I still want to bring my commander out. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then, okay, so I tap those 2. And then I'll tap that for a plains and a forest. I'll tap that. So all I've got left is my Gaia's Cradle, which is going to produce 2. So I'm going to go ahead. Okay, so we're going to have to walk through what we're doing here. I'm going to tap that, and take both the charge counters off that. Wait, do I even have to tap that? Remove X storage counters. Oh, holy shit, I don't even have to tap it. So I've got an extra mana. Okay, I don't have to use the Gaia's Cradle for that. Okay, well then let's 1, 2, 3. A forest, a plains. Okay, well, I had to wait for this turn to do this little move anyway. So I'm going to produce a forest and a plains with that and tap it for the colorless. And I'm using the colorless to tap that to produce 1 of anything. And then I need these 2. So I've got my 3, my forest, and my plains to bring out my commander. And I can put a 1/1 counter on it. And so this guy is now a 4/4. All right. There we go. Now we're playing the game, man. And nothing in my hand costs just 2 forced, so there's nothing I can do there. Well, except for this. Yeah. Fuck it. I guess I might as well slap it on the field. There we go. We got our worthless enchantment on the field now. All right. So we're going to do the Horde's battle step. Whenever a Minotaur attacks this turn, he gains Death Touch until... Oh, that was cool. So this little spell gives all of his Minotaurs that attack Death Touch, but he doesn't have no Minotaurs on the field, so that got wasted. So that was nice. Well, that worked out really good for us. We got a good draw there. All right, what we got here? All right, now I can actually start playing shit. So now we're going to want to focus on what we've got here. Okay, so every time I play a human, my commander's going to go get a 1/1 counter. And then every human's going to gain +1/+1 for every human I have. So Let's go ahead and zoom in. I'm definitely going to want to slap this down first, because every time I play a creature after this, it's going to get a +1/+1 counter on it. So we're going to use my Gaia's Cradle to produce 2 forest, and we will tap, I guess, a plains to play our champion here. So I've got my plains tapped and my cradle, so that produces 2 for my 2 creatures, and that one there to play my champion here. That's going to put a 1/1 counter on my champion and a 1/1 counter on my Kyler. So my Kyler's a 4/4. This guy is a 5/5, and this guy is a 3/3. So I'm going to go ahead and attack him for 5 here. Okay, we're attacking the Horde for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let's see what we got going on. You have to be very careful when you get rid of these. Okay, so that didn't do nothing. That doesn't do nothing. That doesn't do nothing. That doesn't do nothing. And that doesn't do nothing. All right, we just got rid of 5 cards off the Horde. All right, and that's going to be our turn. Zoom back out. Let's see what the Horde's got this time. Draws us 2 cards. Okay, zoom in. What's he got going on here? 2 artifacts? Okay, so he's going to reveal additional card and cast that card. Let's put it into a graveyard from anywhere. Each player gains 5 life. Okay. I don't think I have a lot of destroy enchantment or artifact stuff. And then he's going to draw an extra card. Okay, so he's just going to draw 2 extra cards. 1 for each artifact. So we got a 3/2 haste guy here that's going to attack. And a 2/2 haste guy here that's going to attack. So let's zoom back out. So they're attacking there, and let's see, 3/2 and a 2/2. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've got a 4/4. I've got 2 4/4s. 1. Why's it got a 1/1 counter on? Trying to figure out where this 1/1 counter here came from. I don't think it's got the 1/1 counter yet. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under my control. Yeah, we don't have that yet. Okay, but it does have the 2 from this, so it is a 3/3, and this guy's a 4/4. Okay. I don't know why I put that there. Okay, so my 3/3 will block this guy and kill him, and my 4/4 will block... Oh, no. This guy, kill him, and my 4/4 will block over there. Prevent all the damage from this guy. Kill both his clowns. And that's his turn, so we'll move on to my turn. And I drew a forest. Nice. We finally get to slap a forest on the freaking field. So we're going to put that... I'm going to move this over to here. Put my forest here. Okay, so what do we got in our hand to work with here? I can pretty much play anything I want. I'm probably going to play my Vorniclix. It's got Trample and Haste. If you would put 1 or more counters on a permanent or player, put twice that many of each kind of counters on that permanent or player. If an opponent would put 1 or more counters on a permanent or player, that they put half that many on each of those kinds on that permanent or player, rounded down. Okay, so because then my commander is going to start buffing up a lot faster. I think that's what we're going to do. What we got here? Okay, that's not really going to help. I could gain X life. Or that's the number of creatures I control. But I think we're going to play Vorniclix. I think I have the mana to do it. That's going to produce 3. My Gaia's Cradle alone produces 3 forest. Okay, so there's... Let's zoom out real quick. So my Gaia's Cradle produced 3. And then I've got... So 3... 4 and 2, so I've got enough, so I'm going to slap him down. That's going to put the 1/1 counter on this champion over here. Ah, 2 1/1 counters, because Vorniclix just doubled the number of counters I'm putting on everybody. And then I've got 3 unspent mana, so I'm going to tap these 2 to put a charge counter on that land right there, because I don't think I had anything that costs 3, right? No, everything's too expensive. Okay. Now, my Vorniclix is a 6/6 with Trample and Haste. So we are going to attack with him. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So both those guys are 5s. So I'm going to attack him for 11. So we're going to deal 11 damage to the Horde. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. And nothing there, nothing there. Okay, you don't do nothing, you don't do nothing. Nothing, nothing. Nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. Okay, so we just deal 11 damage. Alright. So let's draw his 2 cards, see what he's got here. He's got a 3/2 Minotaur with haste, and it's going to attack. And a 2/3 with haste, that's going to attack. So both those guys attack. I'm going to block them with my one guy here, kill them. So this guy's pretty much dead unless he draws something like super spiffy. So the Horde, you have to build up a defense quickly, but once you get a defense, he's pretty worthless, dude. He's the weakest of the 3 decks, I believe. So we're going to tap all of our stuff, draw a card. Let's see what we drew here. Kindred Spirits. They go on the battlefield, right? Yeah, put those cards onto the battlefield. Okay. Do I want to play that? Or do I want to play... I guess I might as well play that. That's going to slap 3 more humans on the field. So I think we'll do that. 1. So I need 5 for that. So what's going to happen is I choose a creature type, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal X creature cards of the chosen type, where X is the number of creatures you control of that type. Put those cards onto the battlefield and shuffle the rest of the cards revealed into my library. So I need 5 and 2 forced. So my Gaia's Cradle over here is going to produce 4 all on its own. So I need 3 more. So I'm going to tap those 3 right there. And then I'm going to tap that and that to put another charge counter on my land, because why the hell not? Because I can't do nothing else with it. So I'm going to play my Kindred Spirits. And I'm going to keep reveal cards from the top of your library. So I'm going to choose creature. And I'm going to choose human. So I've got 3 humans on the field, so I need to reveal until I get 3 more humans. So let's zoom in. That is a forced. That's a land. That's an enchantment. That's an instant. That's an instant. So we got our Abzan Battle Priest again. I gotta go turn off my little alarm here for a second. Okay, and I'm back. Okay, so that's a land. That's an elemental. That's a plains. Man, where's all my humans at, man? They're like buried, man. That's a sorcery. Where's all my humans? There we go. There's a legendary creature, a human knight. It's got vigilance, and its power is equal to the number of creatures I control. And whenever I attack, for each opponent, create a 1/1 human creature token that's tapped and attacking that player or planeswalker they control. So that was a damn good one for this little setup we're getting right here. It's whenever I attack. Yeah, okay. Cool. So I'll be producing another human here soon. There's a land. And we got a human cleric here, our frontline medic. Whenever frontline medic and at least 2 other creatures attack, creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn. And I can counter a target spell with X in its mana cost unless its controller pays 3. So that's not going to be very useful. But what is useful is these 3 get slapped on the field. Okay, so I just played 3 more humans, which is going to put 3 counters on this, but my Vorniclix doubles it, so it's going to put 6 more counters there. So my champion's now a 9/9 without Kyler's effect, and I slapped 3 down, but Vorniclix is going to double it to 6, so now he's at 8. My Kyler's got 8 counters on him. So every human I have gets +8/+8. And then this guy's got +8/+8. So he's got +16/+16. So my champion alone is a 17/17. Yeah. And so I'm going to attack for 17. I'm going to attack for, I don't know, let's see, 8. So 11. And we're going to do another 6 here. So 17 + 11 is 28. So I'm attacking for 34 damage. I'm pretty confident he doesn't have 34 cards in his deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Yeah, and he loses. So second round goes to me. So we'll go on to round 3, and we'll see which one wins, Kyler or the Horde. All right, final matchup. Let's see if we can get a good draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need one more. There we go. We got our Esper Sentinel again. We got, that's the 3rd time in a row we got that, man. Holy shit. There we go. Everything else is different. We got a Plains and one other land. Ooh, that's not very good looking. I'm thinking we better reshuffle that. So we'll use our free reshuffle here. Okay, we shuffled back up. Let's take a look, see if we get something better this time. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. And we got a Tranquil Expanse. All right, let's zoom in. Tranquil Expanse, Forest. Okay. There we go. There's a good one. And a 4. Okay. Okay, I think we can play this hand. All right, so we're going to go ahead and play it. And we're going to start with the Tranquil Expanse since it'll be tapped. So that'll enter tapped. We'll move on to turn 2. We're going to draw our card. She's not going to do a whole lot of good. Her ability is for black and red cards. There's no black and red cards in the Horde's deck. But it is a human that eventually at some point we could probably play. Just not now. So we're going to go ahead and slap a forest on the field. And call it a turn. We'll draw for our 3rd turn before the Horde starts attacking us. Oh shit, it wasn't a land. That sucks. What do you do? Okay, so this is probably what we're going to play right now because we need something on the field. Whenever it attacks, each other creature you control gets +X/+X to end a turn, where X is its power, okay? Well, we're going to want something on the field, so let's go ahead and play our forest and slap our Beastmaster on the field, I guess. That kind of sucks. We're not in good shape here. All right, what's the Horde got to offer? What do we got here? It's going to attack for 4, okay? So it's attacking for 4. We're going to take all 4 of that damage because I don't want to sack my guy already right off the bat. And we're going to draw. It's not a land. Oh, fuck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's nothing I can do here except attack him for 1. So we're going to attack him for 1. And that didn't do nothing. I got rid of a 4/1 guy, though. So it's going to go to the Horde's turn. And he's got 2 more 2/2 guys. So he's going to attack me for 8. Okay. I'm going to draw. Well, it's Gaia's Cradle. So I can produce one mana. That's okay. That's going to give me the 4 I need. Okay, so let's see what we got here. What can I play? I can play this. Well, I can play this. So I got these 2 humans I can play. At the beginning of each combat, creatures you control gain first strike until end of turn if a creature you control has first strike. The same is true for flying, death touch, double strike, blah, 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 all those abilities, okay? So that's going to make all my creatures like kind of go off each other. And when this one enters the battlefield, starting with you, each player may choose an artifact or enchantment you don't control. Destroy each permanent chosen this way. Well, you're not going to do me a lot of good, but you might do me good later. And this guy's a 3/3, so we're going to slap the 3/3 guy on the field. There we go. And now next turn, my Gaia's Cradle will produce an extra mana, so I can bring my commander out next turn. So that's good. So maybe we might have saved our ass right here. Maybe we'll be able to survive, man. Okay, let's draw these 2 cards. What do you do, man? You're an artifact. It's going to play an additional card. Okay, well, I can destroy that now. So we got a 2/2 Minotaur and a 2/2 Minotaur. Nothing but 2/2 guys. Okay, so he's attacking for 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I'm going to block. Oh, isn't this tapped? That's tapped because I attacked with him. I'm going to block, I don't know, I guess this guy here, and I'm going to take 10 damage, I guess. We're down to 18. Oh, shit. But we're going to turn it around this turn, so that's good. So we're going to draw. It's a forest. Right on. Okay. So we're going to slap a forest down. Okay. So I need 3 mana. 1, 2, 3 plains forest. So I'm going to have We have 2 floating forest that I don't think I can do anything with. I can't do nothing with 2 floating forest, can I? I can do something with the plains, but I need 2 of them. I don't have another plains, man, so that's kind of sad. What else can I do here? 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 forest. I can play either of these other cards. Let's see what these other ones do real quick. Let's see what our other cards here do. What the hell? No, guy, what are you doing? Whoa. Go back. Okay, there we go. It changed. Okay, whatever. Okay. Whenever a creature you control dies, put X1/1 counters on target creature you control, where X is the power of the creature that died. Okay. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature card, put it onto the battlefield. Otherwise, you may put that card on the bottom of your library. That one's going to be really good, but I'm going to want my commander out before I pull that one off. So we're going to go ahead and play my commander. Forest, plains, I need 4 more. 1, 2... Oh, no, I need 3 more. Okay. 3. There we go. So I've got an untapped force just sitting around. Okay. Bring out Kyler. I don't have any lands. This guy is just a 1/1 still, so I'm going to attack for 1. Ooh, we got rid of the first strike. And the must be blocked thing, so that's good. Alright, we're going on to the Minotaur's turn. Enters the battlefield tapped, and it enters the battlefield tapped. So he's just attacking for 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I'm going to block one of them, so I take 8 damage. I'm down to 10 health, dude. Holy shit. Okay. So we're going to go to my turn, untap all my stuff. Draw my card. What do we draw? We drew a plains. Now we draw it. Of course now we draw it. Alright, so slap that plains down. I need a way to gain health, man. Otherwise I'm going to die. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, reveal the top card of your library. Otherwise, you may put that card on the bottom of your library. Okay. Don't I gain life when I destroy this? Put the top 7 cards of the Horde's library into its graveyard. No, I just deal it a bunch of damage. Ooh, but I could gain life off of that. Okay. So, what do you do? What's this guy do? At the beginning of combat on your turn, choose any number of creatures with different powers. Each of those creatures... Oh, okay, that's at the beginning of combat on my turn. What I need is a guy with vigilance, and then all my guys will have vigilance. Do I have a vigilance guy? I do not. Okay. I need 2 planes for you. Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and slap this down for the 2 planes. Put a 1/1 counter on my commander. My Gaia's Cradle is going to produce 1 extra now. And then... So how many is my Gaia's Cradle going to produce? 4? So my Gaia's Cradle alone will pay for that. Ugh. Okay, I guess we're going to do that. We're going to bring... So I have 3 force just sitting around. That kind of sucks. We got 3 force that are going to be untapped, man. That's garbage. Yep. So I'm going to use my Gaia's Cradle over here to bring that out, put a counter on my commander. And then we're going to destroy this. And now we're going to destroy the top 7 cards of its deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, let's see what we got here. You're not going to do anything. You're not going to do anything. You don't do anything. I was hoping for something that'd give me life. I was hoping for an artifact. Nope, no artifact. Well, that sucked. That sucked. I need the life, man. All right, well, off to the Horde's turn now. All my guys are stronger now, at least. What you got here? Whenever a Minotaur attacks this turn, it gains first strike until end of turn and must be blocked this turn if able. Okay. Well, that sucked. Okay. So we got 2 5/4 guys running around. How strong is Kyler? He's a 4/4. Okay, we don't want to block with him. My strongest guy is a 5/4. Oh, shit. 5/4 guy is a 5/4. Okay, we don't want to block with him. My strongest guy is a 5/4. Okay, we don't want to block with him. My strongest guy is a 5/4. Oh, shit. 5/4 guy is a 5/4. Okay, we don't want to block with him. My strongest guy is a 5/4. Okay, we don't want to block with him. My strongest guy is a 5/4. Okay, we don't want to block with him. My strongest guy is a 5/4. Okay, we don't want to block with him. My strongest guy is a 5/4. Okay, we don't want to block with him. My strongest guy is a 5/4. Okay, we don't want to block with him. My strongest guy is a 5/4. Okay, we don't want to block with him. My strongest guy is a 5/4. Okay, we don't want to block with him. My strongest guy is a 5/4. Okay, we don't want to block with him. My strongest guy is a 5/4. Okay, we don't want to block with him. My strongest guy is a 5/4. Okay, we don't want to block with him. My strongest guy is a 5/4. Okay, we don't want to block with him. My strongest gu We can block with you because you're not doing a damn thing. How strong are you? You're only 3. That's a 5. We definitely need to block one of these 5 guys. So let's send you in. You're a 4/4, so you'll kill one of those guys. And then I can kill any of these guys without my guys dying. So let's block here. Let's block here. Let's block here. Okay. And let's block here. So that's going to be 7 damage. Ooh, shit. I am down to 3 health, man. But I just wiped out a big chunk of his field. Okay. There we go. I need a way to gain life, man. This bad. At least I got blockers ready to go. All right. So let's go ahead and draw our card. Untap my stuff. Oh, Chroma's Will. Oh, that was a good pull. Okay. Choose one. If you control a commander as you cast this spell, you may choose both. Creatures you control gain flying, vigilance, and double strike until end of turn. Creatures you control gain lifelink, indestructible, and protection from all colors until end of turn. So that lifelink's going to save our ass right now. We need 4, so we need 3 in a plains to play it. Okay, so let's play our best hand we can possibly play. So 4 in a forest. This is going to produce 4 right there in a forest. Okay, so let's zoom out and take a look here. So I need 4 in a forest for that guy. So Gaia's Cradle is going to produce 4 and a forest. And then a Chroma's Will is going to produce, I need 3 in a plains. And I have exactly enough to play both of those. So I'm going to tap that forest and Gaia's Cradle to play that guy. He's going to buff my commander up by 1. At the beginning of combat on my turn, I choose any number of creatures with different powers. Each of them gets +X and gains vigilance until end of turn, where X is this guy's power. So they're going to gain 6 because Kyler is buffing him up +3. So they're all going to gain, whatever creatures I choose gain +6. Does this give them haste, flying, vigilance, double strike, and lifelink? No haste, but they will gain double strike. Okay. And vigilance. So I'm going to play a Chroma's Will. Give all my guys all that garbage. So we'll attack with that, and that. They can all attack. And then different powers. So Kyler is a 5. He's a 6. Oh, he's a 5. What are you? 1 + 3, you're a 4. So these 3 right here are going to gain +6. So Kyler's going to do 3, 4, 5, 11 times 2 is 22 with lifelink. So Kyler alone is doing 22 damage, and I gain 22 life. 1, 2, 1, 2. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay. Let's see if we got anything in here that's going to do anything. I'm pretty sure this guy's dead, but we're going to double check everything. I want to put into the graveyard from anywhere. I gain 5 life, so I gain another 5 on top of that. There we go. That or Chroma's Will just changed the whole fucking game for me, man. Okay. Let's put into a graveyard from anywhere. Each player draws a card. So I drew a land, and I haven't played my land yet this turn, so we'll just go ahead and play that tapped. Because it enters tapped. When this is put into a graveyard from anywhere, each player returns a creature card from his or her graveyard to the battlefield, and I actually have one I can do that for. So that will up my commander up another point. We're going to hold off on that, though. And I gain another 5 life. Okay. So I'm back up to 35. I'm almost full health again. Okay, that's just from Kyler. And then this guy's going to deal 3, 6, + 6, 12 damage times 2. So I'm going to gain 22 life. 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm at 57 now. There's no way this is 22 cards, dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And he's dead. So there we have it. Kyler beats the Horde, man. So like I said, this is just about a mid-level deck of what I've got as far as my decks are concerned. Gives you kind of an idea of how a custom commander deck will play. It's all built around humans, since my commander buffs up based off of humans. And that's how that one plays. So I hope you enjoyed that little shindig of the of Kyler versus the Horde. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed. And I guess I'll see you next time.